We do. We do have players. This is facts are being thrown out right now, as unfortunately we don't get to cast the finals because there's no finals. But these two here, they are still fighting for some prize money.
Yeah, it's still not an insignificant amount. Let me confirm the numbers. Right?
Yeah.
Third place? Yeah.
Yes. So top 3 get paid out. Third place, the amount I'm not too sure because the prize money was boosted by Zeph.
Oh yeah, true. We can figure that out after. But anyways, here we are loading into a Submarine LE game number 1 of the 3rd place match, and joining us on the top left hand corner of the map is the Red Terran, hailing from the land of Australia. It is playing for Legacy Esports, of course. I can't forget. It is Azure.
And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Submarine LE, we have the Vietnamese Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, representing Clan Jiggly. It is MeomaikA.
Alright, the final series of the event. It's a good matchup.
Yeah. If we're on Submarine again.
And we're on Submarine again.
I love it, okay? Like, you almost never get to see Submarine, like, in Latin America or North America, but here, it's like every series.
It's just, this region can get quite fiesta-like in, situations, especially because of the inclination to play aggressive maps like this.
You know what, Jet? They just be built different.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Oh god, and yeah,
they're built different. They got that clown makeup on their face.
Jesus Christ! And you know what? I'm okay with it. I'm all for the clown fiestas.
You know what? Valid.
We'll see what happens here, as we did have, you know, an earlier pool for MeomaikA, so we'll see if he does anything with it or if he's just playing safe, knowing that Azure, he's one to go for some proxies.
Yeah, that's his thing. He's aggressive on this map because it is an aggressive map after all.
Yeah. It was half an hour ago, but at the beginning of the previous game, Azure, he did, you know, proxy racks on this map, so he has it in him to do something like that. So MeomaikA just opening up a little bit safer.
Yeah, not just any proxy racks though. Like, it was a proxy 3 racks Reaper. You never see that nowadays because it's just bad. Reapers they're not combat units, they're scouting units. They don't do well in a fight. But Azure made it work.
Yeah, he made it work in the end. It was close, right? It took a while to make it work, but he just bought his time and it happened.
Yeah. Just strange. Reapers don't shoot good.
Yeah, not as much as they used to. Also, I completely forgot. Thank you for reminding me, Kura. It's Gogo Joy's birthday.
It is Gogo Joy's birthday. I believe we mentioned it earlier, but yeah. It's his birthday and he won the raffle. He got some extra birthday money.
Yeah, I think that's nice. Like, it's his birthday, and sure, he didn't make it to the 3rd place match, so he doesn't earn any money by his placing, but he does, you know, get some random money. Gets a raffle.
Yeah, he can get some dinner with that.
Yeah, it's not just $10, it's 10 USD, mate.
Yeah, the conversion rates popping.
It'd be bad.
Well, not really. It's not as much anymore. The US dollar is going way the hell down. Like, it's pretty bad right now.
It's still higher than AUD, right?
True. But like a month ago, like 1 USD was like 1.6 NZD or something. Now it's like 1.3, 1.4 NZD. It's gone way down. Anyways, enough about financial economics and things like that I don't really care enough about. We got a cloaked Banshee opening.
Yeah, we got a 1-1-1 coming out from Azure. It feels like it's been so long since we've seen this. This is a pretty standard opening, but again, like things like BC openers have become a lot more popular, and I miss this. I miss the Cloak Banshee.
It's just a Banshee. It's just a plane with a gun. None of that big laser bathtub nonsense, you know?
It's good. It's good.
Yeah, it's just one pilot and a plane with like chopper blades for wings.
I was about to
and a
say,
rock pod.
it's more of a helicopter than a plane, right?
Well, kind of, but because it uses multiple road. I don't know.
We got a Bane Bust. We got a Bane Bust.
Oh, this is a Bane Bust.
Didn't get to
The
mention
one time MeomaikA uses Banelings, this does a bust.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, he cut worker production. He has 45 drones. He's getting a 4th base behind this, and he's going for the Bane Bust.
And he's in to the walls, but there are cloaked banshees here, Light. They do quite well against the lings of the ground, and in the end, despite the big Bane Bust, nothing major comes out of that. Like, he trades out a bit of army, but no major damage comes of it. But the follow-up is here.
Exactly, like, he's not done. And to be fair, like, even if the Banshees weren't here, I do think that Azure would have been able to hold. Like, the Banshees, it's not like they, like, target-fired the Banelings specifically or anything. Like, the Hellions in good enough position were able to just clean everything up. MeomaikA is going to try and go for another push, and he does have Baneling speed, and he's going to be able to bust through the door.
Speed the door. He forgot to turn on building detonation for a second there. Oh, he's gonna get us around here. That would be massive. Oh, he's barely misses the full surround. The boys are here to prevent a full surround, but so are the beans.
Oh god.
Okay, he pulls away with the workers just in time, but all those Hellions will go down. Oh, these workers might die. Yep, please, MeomaikA, turn around. Turn around. There's some boys there. Okay, nice.
Yeah, the surround was on point. The Baneling connections were on point. The Banshees, they were nowhere to be seen. They were going across the map when the push happened. They only just now turned around, and they're finally here to defend, but not before 19 SCVs go down.
And there's more lings here, Light. The door is closed this time, so there is not much more to come of this, but this natural will get cleaned up a little bit, at the very least, by these lings.
Exactly, there are more... There are more lings flooding across the map as well, and you know what? MeomaikA, he's content with the damage that he's done. He's droning up.
Yeah, I mean, it's significant damage. He's forced to pull out of his natural. He's lost like an entire army. He lost a decent handful of workers too. Like those Banshees weren't getting any counter damage. Overall, pretty damn good for MeomaikA. He can just sit pretty at home and like, all right, I'm ahead. And just the rich get richer.
Pretty much. Like, Azure, he held well the first time. He just wasn't expecting the second wave, I guess. Like, he didn't spot them. He didn't know that the Banelings were being morphed in, and because of that, like, they got so much done. Beautiful surrounds, and now he's stuck here on 2 bases. Yeah,
and he's just being kept contained here, which is very easy for Zerg on this map. Just able to continually stream lings, especially with the bases that he's taken. Like, your ability to just kind of stream lings across the map into the natural to keep them from expanding is very easy.
Yeah, definitely. And now we've gotten to the point where MeomaikA is up to 66 drones. He's content with this. He's starting to make his Hydras. He's working on his upgrades. And yeah, he has plenty to defend against the Banshees. And he's spreading creep. It's not amazing.
Creeping.
But he be creeping.
It's not like extremely far out, but like it's comprehensive, and that's just as good. Well, Bane busts and breaks down the wall again, but it will get put back up.
And he can just keep doing this.
Oh my god, he can just keep barging in. He's at 3 base stat. He's so rich. He has 79 workers.
Jesus Christ, MeomaikA has too many workers. He doesn't know what to do with them, and okay, he pulls back with the Banes. Okay, he pulls forward again. Like, there's no Widowmines, there's no tanks, there's nothing to really, there's no splash to really stop this. Like, every single time, he can just keep going in and killing the depots. If he wanted to, he could probably take out the CC.
Here he comes into the bio. Okay, the bio pulls back in time, but still. Again, this wall just keeps going down. Like, it's constantly a threat that Azure has to spend money to deal with. Like that's 200 gas every time, 200 minerals every time to repair to put back up those 2 supply depots. And then the materials for repairing the CC. Like it adds up.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely adds up, and Azure will have an opportunity to counterattack. Like 1-1 is going to finish up quite soon, and MeomaikA was delaying his evos for quite some time. He threw them down quite late, and he's only working on 1 upgrade, and oh, he's going to be losing a lot of overlords. Oh, he's supply blocked heavily.
Oh, he's massively supply blocked. This is not good for MeomaikA. The Azure is coming across the map right now. Azure hesitating though.
Yeah, you know what?
Focusing
he just wants more overlords. Okay, that's all he wants.
Yeah. He wants to get him out of here.
Oh god, and I don't blame him, right? Like it's a little bit scary, like defending for so long. Like you take what you can get. He got a lot of overlords there, a lot more were produced to replace them. But MeomaikA, he still has a kind of scary army.
Yeah, it's a lot of Banes. He's actually running Banelings for once, and it's going to work well for him. If he controls this, you know, just right, he can just keep doing. He can just devastate this army.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is something never before seen on camera. Like MeomaikA, he goes Ling Hydra. That's what he does against Terran. He has evolved. He has realized that the Baneling is a unit in ZvT, and he is just abusing that fact.
I think Ares might have hit him up like. So you heard about this thing called Bane busting? Yeah. And here he comes. The Banes come flowing into the bio. The tank gets taken out, and MeomaikA sweeping up game 1.
Jesus Christ, this is something I never thought I'd see. You know, maybe in like a year or two, maybe when MeomaikA, like, you know, something clicks in his mind, and he's like, oh, Banelings, they do splash damage. I don't know.
He finally used Banelings, and he won the game convincingly.
Yeah. He's like, oh my god, what, Fungals aren't the only AoE Zerg has? What? It's crazy.
One day he'll learn to combo the 2.
Yeah, like
it's more devastating AoE.
He's like, when did they put the Baneling in the game? What happened?
Bruh.
It wasn't there in Brood War.
Oh my god.
My god. Whatever did happen, like MeomaikA, his brain was big before, but now it's gigantic, and now he's unstoppable.
He's reached his maximum potential. That's not true. He has not plateaued yet by any means.
Yeah, we haven't seen his final form. Like, we're getting there though. Like, now he uses the Baneling, and that's crazy.
He uses yet another unit that everybody else uses to great effectiveness.
And you know what? It's not just that. He's also spreading creep a little bit.
Yeah.
He's connecting his bases.
So helpful. Like, in my experience, like, even if my bank is like way too high, I have insane creep spread. I can still win a game just off of my mobility and map vision.
Like that's MeomaikA's final form. Like now he has the Baneling. Now he's connecting his bases with creep. Eventually, he's gonna spread that creep across the map.
He needs to play more creep or die.
Without overlords, I should say. With 2 minutes.
Yeah. Just sit him down and like get him to play creep or die for a few hours. You will be a-okay. But here we are, loaded into JettAlyx LE, and joining us on the bottom right-hand corner of the map, currently down 1 in this series, we have the Australian Terran in the blue, playing for Legacy ANZ Esports. It is Azure.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of JettAlyx LE, we have the Vietnamese Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing Jiggly. We have MeomaikA. Jiggly, yes. That's what he is. That's what he is. That's who he is.
He's Jiggly.
Yeah, and you know what?
Jiggly cat.
That spawning pool be jiggling as well.
It's a little bit jiggle wiggle.
Once again, going for the pool first. Again, kind of a safe play. We'll see if he does anything crazy with it. Doubtful. We'll see.
Yeah, we shall see.
As Azure, he's just going for that SCV scout. He opened up pretty standard, no proxy or anything. And with this SCV, he should be able to spot the pool first. And I imagine he should be keeping his Reaper at home.
Yeah, he's gonna be coming across a late pool here. I mean, late hatch here, and kind of inferring things. Yeah, he sees the hatch time and he's like, definitely should take a look in here.
Yeah, he's sneaking around the base. Ooh, he avoids the Lings as well.
Oh, that's massive brain. He knows Meo likes this pool first, so he's like, I'm gonna prepare for it by sneaking around. And now I get the full scout off without losing my SCV.
Exactly. Genius big brain play coming out from Azure. And again, because he knows the hatchery was late, because he knows the pool was early, keeps his Reaper at home.
Yeah, he doesn't need to scout for anything. Or try and prevent that creep tumor if the hatch is late. Yeah, there he is.
Beautiful. So this is pretty important. Azure, he goes in with the SCV, he scouts, and he makes sure there's no additional gases. He makes sure there's no like early roach warren or anything like that.
Yeah, he would also probably check the gas count on the actual geyser. Because you can get an idea of like when the gas is placed. You know, you can check to see if they've pulled out of gas. Things like that. If they don't pull out of gas, usually something's happening.
Yep. And now we see Azure sending his Reaper across the map, looking to confirm that there is a third hatchery, and he's safe enough at home. You know, like the CC is done, like the Lings, these Lings shouldn't be able to do anything.
Oh yeah, there's really nothing they can do. Like even the citizens can arrest them. That's how few of them there are.
They definitely could, and we see MeomaikA, he doesn't even try to go up the ramp, he's just chilling out here, just waiting to see the third CC timing.
Yeah, and from that he can maybe try and figure out where Azure is going.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we have a lair on the way. Do you think, this...
I don't think he saw.
Nope, he didn't see.
Nice.
Doesn't know.
No, this is only 2 gas once again, so this is probably a roachling.
Is it?
Potentially.
I'm gonna say Hydra. We'll see. He's getting ready to throw something down once the lair finishes.
I mean, looking at his gas count, looks like... Yeah, Hydra.
Yeah, it's MeomaikA. He has reverted. He's going back to his tried and true Ling Hydra. No Baneling nests.
SMH.
We'll see how it does.
Baneling is the best damn unit in the game apart from Queens.
Oh god. So MeomaikA does this thing where he goes Ling Hydra, and it can work. I've seen it work. If he hits a timing before there are too many Marines, before there are too many tanks, he just goes in with a mass amount of Hydras and Lings, and he kills his opponent. But hey, we got Blue Flame, we got Mech.
Oh my goodness. Azure is making it happen today. With the Vroom Vroom cars.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes, because again, like, Blue Flame Hellions, obviously they annihilate Lings, and they don't do too bad against low amounts of Hydras.
I mean, if there's not enough Hydras, like, Hydras are squishy units. They just kind of evaporate.
Oh yeah?
If they're not able to counter damage.
They just kind of fall over and die. And you know what? MeomaikA, he was not on top of his scouting. He didn't see the second factory at all.
Yup. There's a large amount of Hellions here and not a large amount of Zerg units.
Yeah.
MeomaikA desperately cutting off his drones.
Oh, and it looks like we want to drop. We're going to see a drop coming in here from Azure as Blue Flame is just about to finish up.
Yeah, and this should be about the time where you would want to hit for the most damage. Tied in with the Blue Flame, or maybe he's waiting for his armory.
Yeah, it looks like he may have forgotten to throw down his armory earlier to try and hit a timing together with it. And ooh, changing spots.
Ooh, that's kind of important. That he was able to get his eyes on that positioning. Alright, he's going to try and drop in with the Hellbats in the main and the Hellbats in the front.
Yeah, we'll see if this works, because again, enough time has passed where there are a decent amount of Hydras, decent amount of Lings. Like, if the Hellions aren't all together, then they're going to struggle to really clean all this out.
Yeah, alright, these Hellions in the front here getting picked off a little bit. Not too bad on either side. This front just kind of waiting for an opportunity.
But MeomaikA's not giving it to him. Like, MeomaikA has all these things ready and waiting. Like, he's good.
Alright, another little scuffle there. Looks like the Hellions got out-traded a tiny bit.
Yeah, they tried to poke in, they couldn't commit, and kind of interesting because we don't have mech. Like, Stim is coming up, so we just have Azure with the initial 2-factory opening with the Hellbats, sorry, with the Blue Flame Hellions. Unfortunately, they didn't really pay for themselves, and they haven't really been able to do much.
They haven't done, like, anything. They haven't even, like, dropped in as Hellbats and just traded out with Lings. Which is entirely a thing that you could do. Like, Hellbats are really good, honestly.
Yeah, they can be, right? They just haven't had the opportunity, and Hellions, they dive in, they just can't commit. Again, Hellions themselves are quite squishy, and oh god, the drop!
Oh, the drop over here is gonna get caught out. He's gonna lose one of the Hellions, pick up and leave. He does live there. It's not too bad, but it's kind of trapped now.
Yeah, it looks like MeomaikA's getting in position to trap him, and again, MeomaikA just doing MeomaikA things. He has a Ling, Hydra, going for those Infestors, going for those Fungals.
I mean, yeah, Fungals are okay.
Yeah, like...
Not saying they're bad.
Yeah, like, honestly, like, MeomaikA, even though he's going for this more unorthodox composition, like, he's in a fine position because the opening of Azure hasn't been able to deal any damage. Like,
oh yeah, this is one of those types of, like, timings that you want to hit and just do just a crap ton of damage, and he didn't do anything with these Hellions.
Yeah. Finally, he's going to be able to, like, shave off some of these Lings, but even then, it was only, like, what, 6 Lings? It wasn't that much damage at all, and yeah, these Hellions haven't really been able to pay for themselves. To be fair, when it comes to a big engagement, like, they can do well buffering as Hellbats, you know, for the buyer, so maybe they can be used then.
Maybe. It is entirely possible. But yeah, it just doesn't really fit well with the composition. Oh my god, the Infestors are here.
Oh boy, the Infestors are here. The rest of the army is slowly catching up, but it looks like MeomaikA, he is maxed out. He wants to trade his army.
Ooh, barely. Okay, there are very nice Fungals here on a lot of these of the buyer here, but not enough to kill him.
Yeah, there wasn't a follow-up for it, and now MeomaikA tries to dip in. He doesn't find any damage here either. Like, Azure, he's been able to defend well. MeomaikA, he wants to trade, but we mentioned it earlier, like, you don't want to just throw away your units for free when you're trading out units, you know? You want to get some kind of value, right, if you're MeomaikA.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. As we see both players kind of just getting the upgrades going.
Yeah, and, oh god!
Oh, he loses a medevac.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I was waiting for the hive, and it looks like the Ultra's Cavern is on the way, which is ideal here. Again, this thing, Hydra, it isn't trading the best, and it looks like Azure's going to be able to kill all these Hydras.
Yeah, he's just stimming forward with the Hellbats. Oh, but he does pull back as the stim runs out, and there's no medevacs here, so these Hydras continuing to trade as they walk away. Not terribly. Oh, but there is a medevac now, and they stim forward onto these Hydras.
Yeah, it looks like all the Hydras to the north are going to be going down, but they're reinforcing Hydras from behind, and it looks like they're going to be able to clean this up.
Yep, pretty much. God, it's so funny that I don't know why, I just find it so interesting that Mio plays Hydra Ling with Infestors
It's just
instead of Banelings.
it's just so gas heavy. Like going
It is.
mass Hydra like this, it's not ideal, especially because like you want to be banking gas because he's got an Ultra's Cavern. He wants to get Ultras out eventually, and now he's just slowly going forward into all these tanks with these Hydras, and
he's just going for it. What the? Oh my god. Bruh. He just goes in.
Like, look at the gas loss and the units loss. Like, he's lost like 3 times the amount of gas as Azure, but because he has such a large economy, I guess it's okay. Like, he's expanding all over the place.
I mean, yeah, it's not like he can't afford it. It's not the most efficient way to play, but it is effective, I guess.
I guess. Thonking face emoji. We'll see, because things like this can start to happen, right? Like there's no Spire. It can be a little bit difficult to catch up to drops, especially because again, MeomaikA's reverted a little bit. There's no creep spread, right? There's no creep spread whatsoever.
He's regressing.
Yeah, and because of that, like it's a little bit harder to catch up to drops to make these engagements happen. Even later on, like he has the Ultras Cavern, but Ultras are so slow off creep as well.
Yeah, no, they don't do too well off creep, especially when they have kindness plating, I think. Whatever the speed one is. They have an upgrade that makes them even faster on creep, so not having creep is detrimental. Exponentially so.
Yeah. To be fair, like MeomaikA, he's literally expanding everywhere. He has every base.
Every base.
Jesus.
What? Oh, this army is gonna get cleaned up by a bunch of stemmed marines.
Yeah, this is why I don't like it. This is why I just don't like it. Like that was so expensive. That was like 50 supply of Hydras that just died. That's so much gas.
I don't know how Meo does it. Like,
well, he doesn't.
By every right, the way he plays this matchup is not on a professional level, yet somehow he does it at a professional level.
Yeah, like, okay, to be fair, like, sometimes this works, when your opponent doesn't know what you're doing, but at the moment, like, we see why it can struggle, like, so many Hydras have gone down, but...
even win tournaments.
It's true, but you know what? We have 5 Ultras on the way. Ultras, they be big boys.
Ultras, now they do work when there is Ling Bane in front of them. There is Ling Infester.
Yo,
in front of him.
A good fungal. The Ultras can get on top of everything, and so far the Lings, they managed to get on top of all the tanks. The Bio gets fungled.
Lings, nice fungals here. Gonna just evaporate that real quickly. Very nice. These aren't even cracklings. What? Why doesn't he have cracklings?
He's had Hive. He's had Hive for like 5 minutes. He's had Hive for a long time.
Adrenal glands is like 150, 150.
Oh my god.
All right. Oh my goodness. He has a 1701k bank.
You know what? He may have been trading inefficiently, but it doesn't matter because now he's got the Ultras and there is no backbone for Azure. Like when Ultras are out, you need like Liberators, you need Ghosts, you need something more than just Biotank.
Yeah, no, even a higher Marauder count could deal with Ultras better than just as many Marines as there are in this current composition.
Exactly, but you know what? I love what Azure's doing. He's dropping all over the place. He snipes the Southern Hatchery. He killed 2 hatcheries earlier, and now he has a squad ready to go in. It's just Hydras, so again, this Bio, it can fight.
Azure's really playing like Mario right now. He's got like 2 armies set out outside of positions that he then pushes into individually. And it just feels like he's all over the map.
Yeah. And he is, and again, because MeomaikA has no creep spread, he's struggling to defend. He's struggling to keep up with these drops, and because of that, he's just going across the map with his Ultras. Oh god. But you can't have naked Ultras like this. You need the Lings, right? The Ling Bane to support.
Yeah, he's still making Hydras instead of making Lings. Oh no, Meo baby, what is you doing?
I would be okay with this if he had some Infestors. He lost his Infestors earlier and he hasn't remade them. He has nothing for fungals, so
Infestors can make up for that.
Yeah, like with no fungals and no creep spread, like Azure has to be not paying attention for the Ultras to get on top of his army,
Yeah, he has to just have them like stop clicked or move clicked to really not deal damage to, but not avoid the ultras.
Yeah, and we'll see. Like, it could happen, right? MeomaikA could catch Azure if, like, Azure's main army is pushing across the map and he gets caught unsieged or something like that, right? Oh my god, he's getting +2 melee. He doesn't even have his melee upgrades.
Bruh.
God damn it, Meo.
MeomaikA.
Meo has +3 range attack. That's what he has. He was getting his range. Okay, he's going in.
He's going into a massive line of tanks here with Hydras and Ultras. Those Ultras are stuck behind those Hydras. They're coming in here. They're not going to be able to do that much damage to this bio before they get cleaned up by the tanks, as it seems. Because they got stuck behind the Hydras for so long, and this fight just kind of gets cleaned up. Meanwhile, drop over here at the north side, going to take out this base real quick.
Yeah.
Nothing left.
So this is something that I learned the hard way, is when you go ultras, you need to get rid of your Hydras and you need Corruptors as your anti-air instead because of that. Yeah. Because Hydras just get in the way. They just get in the way of your ultras, and they don't let the ultras get on top.
They're expensive. Like, it's just more worth it to get Corruptors purely for the anti-air rather than Hydras for the split.
Exactly. Like, just having so much on the ground is just detrimental to your own Zerg army. It just makes things so much more difficult to control, and because of that, we see, like, all the ultras, they all went down. They were just derping behind the Hydras. We had a hatchery go down to the north, a hatchery go down to the south. This hatchery is quite low. Ooh, a drop does get picked off, and like, MeomaikA is still maxed out. Like, he's trading inefficiently all this time, but he's still trading, and he's not out of it.
Inefficient trading is still trading. Thank you, Light VIP, for this wisdom.
Yo, that's
putting that one in the quote book.
That's some MeomaikA wisdom right now. That's what he's thinking. He's like, you know what? I'm losing all these ultras, but I'm still maxed out. I can just keep, like, you know, hitting, like, my Hydras against this wall, and eventually the wall is gonna crack, right?
Oh my god.
That's what he's thinking.
That's what I used to do on ladder. It doesn't work.
I could. You know what? Now he's got Vipers. He could go for the Yoinks. He could go for the Blinding Clouds.
Well, true. But there's also, like, a ridiculously nice tank spread here, so getting a comprehensive Blinding Cloud is difficult. So he's opting for the Yoinks. Gonna get, like, 40 tanks.
Oh my god. There's so many there's too many Vipers.
So many Vikings.
Vipers. There's too many. Vipers. Like, at this point, like, they're just running into their deaths. And
it's just dead supply and it's dead gas.
But you know what? There are a lot of Hydras. These are +3 range attack Hydras, and they're pushing forward.
Oh, the Yoinks and the Liberators. Oh my god. He has no energy. He can Yoink once. And he didn't target fire it.
Yep.
Yeah, get it out of here. And now the Marines are here.
Yeah, now the Marines are here. There's no more energy for the Yoinks. The Hydras can't push into 2 tanks. There's just too many tanks. And MeomaikA gets pushed away. But you know what? He's just got so much money. He almost remaxes again.
His economy is so good that he can just play, like, garbage and still win. It's not an insult on MeomaikA, this is just an observation.
This is happening. This is happening. This is what MeomaikA does. It's like, yo, I've got so much money, it doesn't even matter. He just makes it rain on his opponent, and his opponent drowns in the money.
I've seen MeomaikA games. He's capable of being, like, an objectively good player, but I mean,
we saw him go Ling Bane last game, you know? It's like...
Exactly.
Yeah.
And in this game, he's just kind of like, alright, cool. This feels like a diamond ladder player.
You know what? He's at the top of the NA ladder is what he is, and he yoinks a couple more Liberators.
Rank 1 level mechanics. He's just pushing in here, and this tank's lined up, and the Vipers have all left because they're out of energy. There's still a decent Hydra out here moving in. He doesn't have any more Ultras. Gonna clean up the bio here as the tank keeps shelling down, but they're gonna be able to get on top of these tanks and take them out.
He dances! He's dancing the Hydras! He knows what he's
dancing. 20 minutes in the game, he's somehow winning this game by just spamming Hydra Ling. And somehow MeomaikA wins it. I'm yelling and somebody's gonna come yell at me.
Because you know what? MeomaikA just had so many bases. Azure, more importantly, was stuck on 3 for the longest. Sorry, stuck on 4 for the longest time. He was trying to take a 5th, but he never could. And MeomaikA with the Ling Hydra, he makes it happen. He makes it work.
What the hell is that? Bruh.
Oh my god. GG, well played. What I love is that no one else does this. Like, it's not like MeomaikA saw a pro do it and he's like, yo, I'ma do that. This is something that he invented himself.
See, the thing is that he's innovative, but not in the best way, because, like, looking at it from, like, an objective analytical standpoint, that's the most inefficient way he could have won that game.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at it from a results-based standpoint, he won the game. So, like, I don't know, man. MeomaikA is great in his own ways, but at the same time, like, there are some moments that just make me question him. Like, how does he do this?
Yeah.
How does he get away with this?
You know what? He is the enigma
Kind of crazy
in our region.
I don't get it.
But you know what? To admire.
But yeah, congratulations to MeomaikA.
Yeah. Like, with this weird play, he's taken out in his time the best Terran in the world. You know, like.
You good?
What? Sorry. I was muted in Discord. I was just saying, you know what? MeomaikA, he has this style, but he toured Maru, you know?
He did to Omaru.
With this style. Like, he literally beats the best Terran in the world at that time, you know? Like,
the king of Vietnam, the Maru Slayer.
that's what he is. That's who he is. He is MeomaikA, and he is the enigma of our region, of the scene in general.
End of story.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, would he be better if he spread creep? I think, yeah, probably.
I mean, judging by the one game where he played using the things that he doesn't usually utilize, and how dominant it was, instead of that game that went for 20 minutes when it could have been ended in 15 or 12.
Yeah, like I was thinking, like, would he have been better off with Banelings? Maybe. But I do think that objectively, like, something that was keeping Azure in that game were all the drops, you know, like the constant harass, the constant hatchery sniping, and that can be alleviated with creep spread, you know, and that's something
it allows
that
you to respond faster.
Yeah. So that is something that, you know, MeomaikA lacks, but he doesn't need it apparently. You know?
The thing with, like, having good creep spread is that you can have the map awareness of a doorknob and still respond to things in time. Like, you could literally just, like, put a post-it over your minimap and play. Yeah, you would still be able to respond to drops in time with a good creep spread.
Yeah. And with that, congratulations, MeomaikA. He takes that bronze spot. He takes that third place spot. And that means he is able to walk away with some of that green, some of that money.
Hell yeah.
And there it is.
Everybody's in chat.
Yeah, everyone's catching up too. Don't forget.
The Maru Slayer.
Yeah, boy. Doesn't even matter. MeomaikA can play how he wants. And I've spoken to a couple of other people about it. And what he is he is inspiring. He shows you, like, hey, you don't need to play like meta. You don't have to play like how everyone else plays. You can do you, and you can be at the top of the NA ladder. You can 2-0 Maru.
Yup.
And with that, we're done. We're done for tonight. Congratulations, Seether, on that walkover win in the finals. Condolences to Thokulao. Like, he unfortunately, like, something came up and he was unable to play and he did forfeits. But I do believe that he still, you know, he still has earned his second place spot there. So he will be earning something. And yeah.
He beat MeomaikA to take that, so, like, that's not an insignificant task.
Oh yeah, that was impressive. That was very impressive.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, with that, before we head off, thank you so much, Lord Loken, for gifting a sub to Darking. We really appreciate it. Darking appreciates it as well. And MeomaikA, of course, he is Micah Cat in the chat. He hopes we enjoy his diamond game. We love it. We love it.
It's great. It's content, all right?
It's content. That's what it is.
And if you know me, I am the content queen.
Mm.
Right? I'm all about the bits, the content, not the Twitch bits, but those are cool too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's. Anyways, I guess we should wrap off the stream now, huh?
I guess so. And I love what Oreo is saying. You don't need game sense. You don't need crease spread if you have game sense.
True, I guess that makes sense.
We need the true big brain gif is what we need.
Any truers? I call it sixth sense.
Sees the dead people coming at him. He sees it. He knows.
He knows when somebody's lost.
Oh god. And before we close off the stream, I'm just showing right now on stream we have our weekly schedule. Thanks everyone for watching. We will be back in around 20 hours with ESL Open Cup number 43 Asia, and I'm going to be casting that with Yaku.
Woo!
It's going to be a lot of fun. Before that, I need to speak to Darking. Vortex, of course, he's the person behind our latest duct tape. He will be playing in a University StarCraft 2 tournament in around 8 hours, and I may be casting that just cause. It's not a big tournament, there's not a big prize or anything, it's just a university LAN. But I want to support our honorary duckling. Vortex, he does a lot for the scene, and I feel like it'd be fun to see him play against his fellow classmates.
Yeah.
And with that, Jett, who are you? Where can people find more of you?
I'm JettAlyx. You can call me Jett or Alex. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch with that name, JettAlyx, JettAlyx. I stream. Well, I've missed the past couple of days of streaming because of reasons I won't mention here, but you know, I stream, I shitpost, and also I'm extremely political.
Yeah. That's Jett. And of course, yeah. I mean, she used to play a lot more StarCraft. Nowadays, not so much. A little bit. Yeah. And of course, like hope you can get better over time. Regardless, it's always great to have you on. It's cool. You know, someone who used to compete a lot more in our events and now has taken that casting role a little bit more. It's nice to have you
enjoyable.
On. Yeah, we appreciate it. Having the other half of Yaku on, it's good.
Yeah.
And with me, I'm light_VIP. You can follow me on Twitch and Twitter. I will be streaming later on in the week. Probably some behind the scenes streams. I have a lot of VODs to catch up on. These weekends are always like jam-packed full of StarCraft, and it's like the day after, you know, once the weekend ends, it's like, all right, time to edit everything. time to get to work.
Crunch time.
Yeah, it's never ending. But yeah, of course, tune into the Cranky Ducklings. We are live almost every single day of the week. We've got plenty of casts, whether it's Oceanic, Southeast Asian, Latin American, North American, or Korean. It's all here on this channel, so hit that follow button if you want to see more of that, or subscribe if you want to support us in that way. It's always there. And yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Stay tuned as we're going to be rating another StarCraft 2 streamer. We're going to be rating Suimo, who's a Australian streamer. He's great. He's beautiful. He does push-ups for chat. So make him do some push-ups.
Yeah, we rate him a ton. He's great.
And with that, thanks for watching. We're done.
Bye.
Ciao.